99 Jams, Mommy's number one for hip-hop and R&B. You know how we do. It's the afternoon get-down, commercial-free drive at 5 with a tough guy, DJ and Tice.
Your girl, Super Cindy, and live in the studio, it's a special edition of the Drive at 5.
That's right.
Got 2 Chainz.
True.
Yeah.
Welcome, 2 Chainz.
Thank you for having me.
And welcome to Trappy. You brought your dog.
Yeah. He go everywhere with me. What's going on?
We are so happy to have you live in the studio.
Yeah.
Your new album, Rap or Go to the League?
That's right.
Okay, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
How you feeling the vibes of the new album?
Oh, man, you're getting so much positive feedback, so much great feedback everywhere I go. It's just, a different song, a different subject matter. So I just appreciate all the love, man. I do it for this, And each album I try to make a better project than the last. And I think Rap or Go to the League, well, I know it's the best project I ever put together my whole life.
Period. Because you in Miami. Period.
Oh, period, for sure.
And Tice, we're going to do a damn thing with the Drive at 5, right?
Oh, we're going to do something real major today. We're going to play a lot of music. We're going to play some new music. We got to talk a lot about the album. I want to know a lot about why LeBron James as the A&R.
He just has he has something that he has called More Than an Athlete, which is kind of aligned with Rap or Go to the League. Rap or Go to the League was more or less trying to get people of my fabric of my culture to understand that we can actually do more than just do music or have a jump shot. So it was more or less clickbait, but the album speaks on a wide range of things, and LeBron just aligned up with that.
2 Chainz, can you explain how that whole thing happened? Like, out of everybody in the world, how did LeBron, how did you even know that he had the capabilities to be the A&R? Who had the first conversation?
He didn't have to turn any knobs. He didn't have to pick any beats. He didn't have to write any raps. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think when you talk about A&R, you have to understand that it's more of a vibe thing when it comes to LeBron. It's more of having an outside ear, to actually hear songs that the world hasn't heard yet. And I over-recorded for the album. So it was more or less a thing which involved narrowing down the music, having conversations about concepts and substance and things of that matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does what he does well, which is play basketball and entertain, and I do what I do well, which is, music and entertain, and we thought we could cross the lines. Why not? There are no rules against that.
Okay, now you've explained it. Now I get it. Because I was like, how did he just pick the songs and what did he do?
Nah, I pick my songs, darling. I mean, you in music. You know what's going on.
Okay,
come on, Cindy.
The listeners don't know.
You know what's going on, Cindy.
I got to ask the question for the listeners.
So it's a concept. It's an idea. Rap or Go to the League. I mean, the best player in the world is LeBron, and he's used this platform for different things on a positive note, and we all seen him organically support hip-hop music. Every week he's always voicing his opinion on songs that he likes. So I had an idea, I called him, he was down with it. People can't believe it was that easy or it happened that fast, but it really did.
Wow.
And I appreciate him for that.
Wow, we
so
appreciate it too.
So he A&R'd your album. Are you going to coach his team next? That's what I want. That's the question.
They got Luke Walton over there, man. For now, anyway. I would love to coach actually sometime, but I just can't be yelling and stuff on the sideline.
You would how would you do it? Like whisper?
I need one of them bullhorns or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now this is one of your 5th album, and it's an album that everybody is saying that you truly opened up in this album. Yeah. Why did it take to the 5th album for you to really was it your growth, you getting married? What was it?
I think it was all of the above. Time heals a lot of wounds, For me, music is therapeutic, so it was important for me to express myself on this album. Definitely give them a little bit more personal side on why I'm so to myself and mind my business. And it was just a few things that came out through some of the great production that made me express myself in a different way than I would normally. And so this album, like I said, has more substance to it. It carries more weight, and it's definitely going to have more longevity to it.
So let's talk a little bit more about the album. And Tice, you're playing the joints.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a lot of the new joints in a minute, but, we're going to get into the new one, Rule the World, featuring Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
How'd you get liked up with Ariana?
It just we end up in the studio together, We end up in the studio together. We, had little conversations and some vibes, and we cut a few records together, and this was one that just felt good from the top and is doing very well at radio. So,
but I remember like when Pretty Girls like trap music, that was like one of my top 5 albums of all time. I love that album.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but when she came out with her video, you were like, wait a minute, that looks like my trap house.
Yeah, it was similar and everything. But, you know, obviously I didn't make up the color pink or anything, but aesthetically it reminded me of mine. I wasn't petty about it, but, you know, as the world has it, we were able to get in the room and have a discussion about how I inspired that, and we were able to move on and make hits together. So
that trap house inspired a lot, though,
Yeah,
because
it
it was like there was pink. You know, I grew up in Miami in a pink house that was on the corner.
Are you for real?
Yeah, my house was pink. Everybody
That's
knew.
hard.
So when you came out with the pink trap house, I was like, "Ew!"
Who painted your house pink? Your mama?
My dad.
Your dad? He hard.
Back in the day, but like my house wasn't a trap house. But like, why do you?
Wow.
No.
I want everybody to know this where it's at. Come to the pink house on the corner. What's the address? Just look for the pink house.
No. But like, why do you think that pink house, your trap house, inspired like the movement across the country? Because it wasn't just where your pink trap house was.
Well, I think it was more symbolic in the fact that I started making trap a positive connotation, just not like a place where you just go buy drugs and go to jail or die. I started telling people like this radio station, this is your trap. You know, beauty salon is a trap. Wherever you basically work, get your income, feed your family, that's your trap. So after I changed the connotation, it made people want to participate in it. And then, you know, I actually had some things that were tangible. You could go to this trap house. You can see art. You can see different things. I held church there. I held. We did HIV screenings there. We did a number of things in this particular trap house. So it wasn't looked at as like a place to go buy drugs anymore.
Yeah.
And it was just a beautiful pink. It was a great pink that I picked, and you know, people just, you know, obviously used it, and that's what inspiration is about. I ain't mad at that.
Were people going to do photo shoots in front of the house like all the time?
No doubt about it. You know that.
Selfie time.
No doubt about it.
So what made you know you was gonna be a rapper instead of a basketball player?
I just knew I was gonna be an entertainer since I was young. I could always change the climate of a room. When I walk in, I always, you know, demand a certain attention. I always felt a certain energy. Basketball was my first love, but early on, I knew I wasn't going to the league with basketball because of whether it was my work ethic or my lack of the love for the game. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. So as I started getting older and hustling and messing with girls and doing doing everything else, you know.
But basketball put you through college, correct? Like you got a scholarship?
I got a scholarship. Yeah, I got a scholarship playing basketball. I got a pretty good jump shot, you know, and I'm pretty knowledgeable of the game, and I'm educated as well. So I would have had an academic scholarship either way. Yeah.
I think your education in college definitely helped you with the way you do your business, because you have like grown from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz, like, and then you have fashion. Your TV show is one of my most favorite, most expensivest.
She loves that show.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, most expensive is currently the number one TV show on Viceland. We're about to wrap up another season. I'm looking forward to it. We got a lot of great new content. It's an entertaining show, man. It's
definitely
dope.
Is.
Yeah,
Have you ever purchased anything that you featured on the most expensivest?
No doubt about it. I've been given things obviously for free, and I've you know, they played a little hard nose on me, and I've had to purchase some things too. But I mean, it's intriguing. You know, I pretty much don't know what I'm going into. It's very improv, and I'm just trying to figure out why people pay so much for some of these things. Yeah.
Wait, so when you walk in, you don't know what it is that you're going to, oh, that's dope. I didn't know that part of it. I thought you were just playing along or something.
Nah, I really be looking like, man, what the hell?
I figured you would have definitely bought the Jimi Hendrix jacket.
Nah. I didn't buy, like, I saw the Prince, you know, I saw all of those things, but like some of that stuff is just priceless and shouldn't be in my possession anyway. It'll be in the truck of the Lamb, in the truck of the Red. It'll be in the trunk or something. Like, I'm not good with that kind of stuff, so.
Say your name, 2 Chainz. I love the way you say it. Oh. Oh, yeah, say my name too. Hey.
I'm 2 Chainz. You know, I'm a little bit. When I'm on stage, I think I give it to them how they want it. But like on the radio, people be want me to come in here and do my ad libs
and be smooth and stuff.
I had to come in here on my Monica, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling right now. But I'm happy to be here. I need me some finger licking ASAP.
Hey, E-Class, get it ready.
Yeah,
Tasha?
I need me some of them little lobster tail, little joints right there.
Oh, you go to the serious joints. You're the most expensivest, so you go straight to the lobster.
Oh, you thought I was playing?
I see you're not playing.
Yeah.
So you know what? I wanted to ask you, like, you went from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. Like, what made you change your name? That was years ago, but like, how did you become from Titty Boy? What made you change your name from Titty Boy?
I think it was organic. I never intentionally planned on changing my name. I was going by Titty 2 Chainz, Titty 2 Necklace.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
going by all these little, names and everything, and it just organically happened. It made more sense, and it helped my quality of life in the music industry. You know what I mean? Extended it. Some radio stations would say it, some people wouldn't. Some people felt offended because they didn't even try to seek the meaning, which I understood. And then people really wouldn't even give me a chance. And I know I've been dope, my entire time doing this. And so it just feels good to be getting recognized for some of the things I love to do, which is music. And that was just a smart decision to do. I mean,
when you went to the Met Gala and proposed to your fiance at the time, who is now your wife, that like kind of opened the door to another whole group of fans, because whether they knew your music or not, the fact that you proposed to your girl on the Met Gala carpet, that was like, who's that guy? And they started Googling you and finding you out, and then your wedding was amazing.
Yeah. Everything was just last year was a great year for me. I would hope people knew who I was at the Met Gala.
I'm talking about the like.
Dang, Cindy. I'm
sorry.
doing all right.
I meant the Met Gala people who don't know rap.
I'm doing all right. Now my album went #1 and stuff. I'm doing pretty good, Cindy. Gee, like I know a lot of people didn't know who the hell you were until that day. That's a lie. I'm popping out here, Sin.
I did not mean it like that.
Sin, I have to have security in there. I can barely use the bathroom, baby. I'm popping out here.
You can't go nowhere.
In the most humbling way now. Don't let me go too big. But everything is like.
He's like, shut up,
I'm
Sin.
doing, don't do me like that.
I didn't mean it like that.
You just said I had a TV show. I got LeBron. I got all this going on. You tell me these folks don't know who I am? Man, these folks know exactly who I am. Any table that I'm at, I'm on a more serious note. Any table, I'm talking about any table that I'm at, I'm supposed to be there. I'm not. I don't stick out. You dig what I'm saying? I've done the proper work, the footwork, the groundwork. I've put in enough prayer hours to wherever that you see me at, it's not an accident. I'm supposed to be there.
I love it, and I apologize. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like, I don't know what I meant. Okay, forget me.
No, it's not. No, man, you go a long way with the utmost respect. I love what you're doing. I always have.
You.
We family. You just showed me a clip from 2009. So
okay,
and I still was looking like I was. That was a 10-year challenge. We need to put that up. I look good on that.
Damn, I should have.
I look good on that. My hair was long. I cut my hair, but my hair was long on there and everything. So.
For the listeners that don't know, I just showed 2 Chainz a video that I took of him when I was with Tony Neal on Ocean Drive on Memorial Day weekend, and. It was a video with you from 2009.
I was looking like a snack on that.
Yeah. 2000. Let's talk about your marijuana business.
Yeah. All this going on, and these folks don't know me now. I'm selling legal pot. Selling legal pot. I have 96. It's in 96 dispensaries on another note. In California, I have a product called Gas, and I have 87, 89, and 93. It's cannabis. It's some indicas, and it's doing very well for me. So that's another thing that I ventured off in. It was something that I did when it wasn't legal. So it feels good to be able to
legal.
participate in it right now. So I have that. I just dropped the shoe with Versace, the Chain Reaction.
Yes. What is that? Talk about that.
It's a blessing. That's what that is. So Versace, the 2 Chain Reaction. That's a cool thing. And the album. We got I think one of the more well put together albums that's dropped in a while.
Definitely.
From top to bottom, I have this no skip rule on the album, so you just play it all the way through. And I think it was a good thing. It was kind of gift and a curse because now we're trying to figure out what record we should go with, which is obviously this Ariana record. But I have so many great songs on there. It's just like we can go with this one in this region or go with this one tonight or tomorrow. But it just feels good to be able to put together a project that top to bottom is flawless.
Definitely.
And speaking of the album, you got a song called NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
You talking some talk on there.
Yeah.
Like, what's the real message about that record?
The real message is about paying the student athletes. That's the real message behind it. You know, we have a lot of people that are basically, in my opinion, we just in a new form of slavery, right? You got the schools that get over $1 billion that they don't have to pay taxes on. You get kids that go out there and literally break their necks for something they obviously love. It's not like I'm just saying they only do it for the school. They do it for themselves too, you know. It's a passion, but some of them don't reap any of the benefits, you know what I mean, from selling their jerseys, from being included in a video game, just so many other things. You barely can, like, get a meal outside of campus, or some tennis shoes. They've kicked players out for tennis shoes and just stuff like that. So my knowledge of sports and me just watching kids, like, obviously have to deal with it because, like I said, I've been playing since I was 7. Imagine somebody playing since they was 7, going to college, and then not going to the pros, but love something and have to figure out what they're going to do with their life. But if they had a little something put to the side, maybe they can work on a small business or just a trade or something. But, you know, who am I?
Who are you to say that? You're 2 Chainz.
Them folks don't know me, Cindy. You know that.
You just said everybody knew you. They know you.
And you pushing a message like that it's not just music and athletics that you know,
Absolutely.
For the African American community,
absolutely,
that they got to know that there's other things. That's a big thing that you're doing right there, because a lot of people do think it's just music. I got to be a rapper. I got to be a football player, or whatever it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's it's that social media, man. You know, you know, the social media is just it's so deep. You know, you look at it, you see people with jewelry and they smoking and they have nice cars, and you think like it happened overnight. You know, it took me almost 10 years to be an overnight success. So it
didn't happen just quickly.
Nah, you know, it's just crazy, and you have to put in so much work. I mean, you know, sleep deprivation is the primary thing you have to deal with. Getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep, just running on fumes, and just trying to outwork everybody. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. What makes you stand out? What makes you different?
Definitely. Well, 2 Chainz, we want to wrap this up. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure all of you go check out Rap or go to the league, and go check out, if you haven't, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. That's my thing right there. Okay. And follow him. Make sure, do you know when The Most Expensive is season 3 starts?
No, but I'm gonna tell you, be the first to know. Super Cindy.
Please, I will break the dirt when it comes out. 2 Chainz said so.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you so much for stopping by. You know Miami loves you. The Afternoon Get Down, DJ and Tice.
Yeah, and you know what we gonna do? We gonna play Rule the World one more time.
That's my boy right there. We go way back.